Folks, welcome to Metal Wani and Metal Nation Radio. With us today, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Michael, a legendary musician. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hello, hello, hello.
Now, just few days left for the release of highly anticipated Kiske Somerville album, City of Heroes. So, how excited and nervous are you feeling for this, given that it's been 5 years since the debut album?
It's a good second record. That's the main thing for me. It's funny. I'm not like it used to be in the '80s, like excited as if you have your birthday or something like that when a record comes out. I'm kind of extremely relaxed when it comes to that. I don't know why that is, but it's like the record is really good, so that's why I have a good feeling about it.
That's amazing. Now, you released two music videos, Walk on Water and the title track. So, two amazing, well shot videos. You must have, received some sort of feedback from your fans. So, how's it been so far?
I haven't really checked anything, to be honest. It's like, I mean, where could I get that feedback? I mean, it's like, you mean at YouTube and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I haven't really checked any of it, but I just had a feedback from interviewers,
Okay.
about their opinions and stuff like that. And that was pretty amazing so far.
That's amazing. Now, my first reaction when Dustin sent me the album, and I wasn't aware of the debut album, so he just sent me the link and then asked me to check this, and he was like, you're gonna, it's a really interesting one, so check it out. And the moment I heard the first track, and I was like, holy shit, this is good. And then I went back to your previous album, and I'm like, damn, I've missed a very, very interesting project here. So, right from the start, it impresses you. The music is great, and of course, two immensely talented singers. So, how satisfied do you feel with this, this product?
Oh, I'm very satisfied with it. With me, it's always the same thing. When I'm supposed to do vocals for something, all that matters to me is the melodies and how it goes down when I'm trying to sing the song. And I had, with every song on this album, I felt like that's a good tune, that's a good tune. There was not one single track on it that I thought that was weak or something like that. So it's like that's the most important thing for me all the time. Like good melodies, that it's fun to sing, and that was certainly the case. So I was very. I mean, you can even ask him. I've sent him an email, after I had the tracks, that said that this is going to be a very strong record because it's just very good material.
That's amazing. Now, no, you're easily the main attraction on this album. I mean, a legend, and essentially, you've invented that entire European power style of singing on those early Halloween albums. So, how do you feel about your journey, looking at these so many decades you've been part of? How's it been for you?
Well, I've had a whole bunch of years off. I mean, there was like a long time where I was not doing a lot, in terms of releases. I was not touring for almost 17 years.
True.
From like 94 on up to, well, actually 2011 was the first time that I was on a stage again. So it's like pretty long time that I was off stage. So to me, it's the last 5 years has been some kind of a restart of this whole thing.
Awesome, that's amazing. Now, your melodies mixed with Amanda's as well, it has worked really well again. I mean, you guys sing separately, and then you sing together at times with the chorus and stuff. So the results seem fantastic. So how do you guys plan? Like, okay, I'm gonna sing here and you're gonna sing here. How do you guys do that?
I think that's pretty much done by the songwriter. Yeah, all the songs had been written by Matt Sinner and Magnus.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure when they write the stuff, that they already have a picture of who should do what and where. So it's sometimes I mean there's a certain space where you can improvise things a little bit, choosing which voicing you do, or do you do a harmony, or do you sing in unison or something like that. But some of the stuff is they already say it's like that red lyrics should be done by Michael and the blue lyrics should be done by Amanda or something like that.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Now, you have that commanding voice, and it's really such a great feeling to have your vocals on all the songs. So when you talk about lyrically on tracks like Rising Up or Open Your Eyes or Lights Out, what sort of approach did you guys took when you had this album in front of you and then you guys penned the lyrics?
Well, that's really something that the songwriters only can tell. I mean, they're both very intelligent, and they know what this record is going to be and who they write for. I mean, it's pretty clear that that's a duet with her, with Amanda and me. So it's like I'm pretty sure that they think about how to put the lyrics right and what would work and whatever. But I cannot really tell you what went on in their minds when they're writing it, because I didn't write this stuff.
Right, but so, like, was there any sort of clash between, like, okay, when you guys were in studio, or did you guys record your parts together, or, it was done separately?
No, that was done separately. I always do my shit in my own place here because I like to do things in my own rhythm.
Right.
I just get better results when I only sing when I feel like it, rather than having a timetable or something in front of my head.
Right, absolutely. Trey. Now we were talking about Magnus and Matt. I mean, there are great songs, and then it's not just about the vocals, it's about the music. It's very powerful and clear sound, and Magnus has been part of the Alan Lande album as well, and I love all three of them which he wrote. So was it like decided by you that okay, Magnus is going to write the stuff, or was it entirely done by the Frontiers group?
I think it's pretty much Matt Sinner who produces this record.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but you got to ask him that. But I'm pretty sure that Matt is the producer there, and in the end, he decides who he's going to write with. It makes a lot of sense to do it that way,
That's true. Now with Sander, playing those amazing tunes, really great to see a lady on drums and kicking ass.
Yeah, she's also a very cute lady. I mean, and so passionate. I think she's 21, and I mean, it's too few girls anyway in that scene, and it just gives a whole kind of a beauty aspect to it. I just love it. I think it's great. It's like two ladies in that concept here. That's always nice.
That's awesome. Now, we had the new Alan Lande album coming, which came out in October, and now we had the John, the Level 10 album, and now we have the Kiske Somerville album. So great to see how a company like, Frontiers take cares of these projects and brings that sort of freshness in the music every time one of these albums come out in the market.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the special things of Serafino from Frontiers. I mean, I don't know if many labels are working like that, but he has a passion for a certain type of music, and he just loves to do projects like that.
Right.
I mean, I only did that. I only started Kiske Somerville and even Place Vendôme because I didn't have my own band by that time.
True.
In the meantime, I have my own band now, but I kind of keep on doing at least these two. But I probably would never have started it if I would have had my own band by that time. But I'm quite happy that I did because a lot of nice stuff came out of it, And I like Amanda a lot,
That's true. Now, like you said, you have a band now. So any possibilities of having this material being played live, with your fans? Because, it's very difficult, I understand, but at least some acoustic shows or, some...
You mean Kiske Somerville?
Yep.
Well, the thing is, it has been started as an album project.
Studio.
It was, yeah, a studio project. And when we did the first record 5 years ago, we just did the record, then we did 2 videos, and we did a bit of promotion in terms of interviews, and that was pretty much it. There was no live activities or anything.
Right.
And in the meantime, now I have my own real band, with Unisonic, and that's the problem. Now I cannot just do everything, I have to sort it out, and they don't want me to overdo these kind of things. So I don't see that happening in the near future, the live playing, because of my own band,
Right, I understand. Now what's in store for Michael fans for this year, or at least for the next 1 or 2 years?
Well, we want to do, Unisonic is actually at the moment collecting song ideas. We want to make a new record. We hope to be able to release it next year, April, May, something like that.
Awesome.
We don't know if we can really achieve that, but that's the goal at the moment. And other than that, there'll be just very few festivals. We will be playing on the 26th this month in Brazil.
Awesome.
It's a nice festival with like awesome bands like Judas Priest, Kiss, Accept, it's a very nice billing up there. And the next month is another festival. I think I have like every month I have one festival with Unisonic, but everything else, other than that, it'll be just songwriting for another Unisonic record.
Thank you, Michael. I had an honor of having a chat with you. And now it's time for Amanda to discuss about this journey. Thanks once again. It's been an honor.
Okay. Thank you. And say hi to her.
I will definitely do that. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Now, folks, we had a chat with Michael Kiske earlier, and now it's time to have a chat with the beautiful, majestic Amanda Somerville. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Oh my goodness, what an introduction. Well, thank you, Owais.
Now, just a few days left for the album, and Michael was telling me how excited he is. So I need to know what's the excitement level from you on this album?
It's pretty big. I've been doing a lot of interviews, and the response has been quite positive, so I'm really excited about it.
Now, what can I say about your vocals? I just had a look at the two music videos, Walk on Water and the title track, and it's majestic. That's why I use the term majestic, looking at how that perfect combination of Michael and Somerville is just amazing.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
Now, how did you guys manage to, like it's been 5 years since your debut album. Now, after 5 years, you guys came up with this album. So what sort of change did you notice right from from 2010 onwards?
Well, this album was so much different for me personally because I went in to the whole process for the first album completely blind. I had never worked with Matt Sinner. Michael and I had never met face to face at that point, and even though we'd worked on various projects together. And so, I just took a train to Stuttgart, showed up at a recording studio, and kind of dove into cold water. So, I wanted to do everything right and everything. So this time around, of course, I've done some extensive touring with both Matt Sinner on the Rock Meets Classic tours, right, and with Michael for Avantasia. And so I've gotten to know both of those guys really well. I know how they work. I know their business flow, and Michael's voice also. So even though we recorded in separate studios again this time, I still felt like it was a much more personal album and much more together than the first one.
Right, because Michael was telling me that it was done separately again, and I was like, wish you guys would have been together in a studio. That magic would have been like evergreen, you guys exchanging your lyrics and, you singing your parts, and it would have been great. And I really hope that at least fans down the line get to see that, at least, let's say, a documentary on making of an album.
Yes, I really would love to present the songs live at some point, Owais, but there's nothing on the horizon that's planned, but never say never.
Right.
And as far as a documentary or making of, there is a making of with a big interview and behind the scenes footage and everything from our video shoots that's going to be included in the CD release.
That's amazing. I just checked it out. There are 2 music videos and this making of the DVD or the CD, right?
Yes. Yes, and it's quite extensive. I think it's like 15 or 20 minutes long. So there's an interview with Michael and myself where we're talking about all kinds of things and interacting, of course, and being silly. And then you'll see like behind the scenes footage of us filming the music videos. So it's really, really worth checking out. And it's a lot of fun. I think it's going to be fun for fans to see that.
So this gives me a reason to contact Dustin for a specific the making of, because I don't have it right now with me. Now, talking about lyrics on tracks like Rising Up or City of, like Walk on Water and many others, what sort of approach did you guys had? Of course, Magnus and Matt wrote the music and they might have had certain plans in their mind how the lyrics are going to be, but who took the initiative of writing these parts and, the execution of?
I believe Matt wrote all of the lyrics for the songs that he and Magnus have on the album. So I can't really tell you about their songwriting approach per se. I can tell you that for me, when I'm singing somebody else's songs, I really have to try and find where my voice fits into the song, how this song can be made personal for me in my life and my experiences.
Right.
And how I can find the voice of the song, because I think it's really important, especially when you're singing something that you didn't necessarily write or experience,
True.
that you make it yours and kind of adapt it to your life in order to make it authentic. And you kind of play a role like an actor or an actress, and I think that's, I can really relate to all of the songs. And I mean, the general theme is basically personal relationships. And so I can take that and I can apply that to my own life. And therefore, I think that's why I can make it more personal and authentic for me. But if you want to know anything about my own song, I do have
A song
on the album that I wrote. Yeah, Breaking Neptune.
Yes,
I wrote
yes.
with my husband Sander. And so if you want to know specific writing details about that, I can tell you that.
That's great, because I'm sure you might be highly inspired with the baby coming in. So that's sort of that magic which happens without being trying too hard to create that, isn't it?
It's really not. And actually, basically writing songs in general is, for me, even if it's for a specific assignment or, task or project or whatever, I still always have to make it personal somehow, because I can't really, I just feel like I'm cheating the audience if I don't, and also it's my creative outlet, it's my emotional outlet, so it's my form of therapy.
Right.
So it's a whole cleansing process, and so it's always very personal. This song isn't necessarily about being pregnant and such.
Yeah.
It was actually a song that Sander and I wrote. We were commissioned to write a song for a punk band a number of years ago.
Okay.
And we were going through some of our old catalog, and we were both like, man, we love this song so much, I mean, it's a shame that it never got used.
Mm-hmm.
And we both said, hey, this could actually be really cool if we completely rewrote it and reworked it for Kiske Somerville. So that's what we did. Sander totally rearranged it, re-recorded it to make it more like melodic rock metal, and I rewrote the lyrics and things to make it more a duet, and we completely revamped the bridge and stuff. So that's an example of how you can take something and give it new life, and something that maybe never got used before, and so that's how it ended up on this album.
That's awesome. Now, Magnus has been like, I really loved his writing on the three Alan Lande album, the first three which came out, and I was just very stoked the moment I saw that Magnus is writing this album along with Matt. Now, Matt from Primal Fear has been like, one of the most famous personalities. So I just hope, hopefully, in future, just one-off gig, having all of you on stage, just churning out these tunes would be like a dream come true for fans.
Yeah, it would be really great. I hope that happens as well.
That's amazing. Now, before I conclude the interview, Amanda, how about you define the album, City of Heroes, in your own style, in just one sentence?
I think it's very much singer-songwriter rock metal, which I think people would maybe crucify me for saying. But it's very emotional and very personal based. And I really love how it appeals to our human senses, and that everybody can relate to it.
Amazing, Amanda. Thanks once again for taking some time, and you had to wait for 10 minutes, so appreciate your support for that.
No, thank you very much. It was a pleasure, and I really appreciate your interest.
It was an honor having a chat with you. Not very often we get to have chat with with the musicians, because I'm from India and I'm like very far from you guys.
Yeah, where are you actually?
I'm from India, Bangalore.
In Bangalore. Wow, you are far away. I would love to come visit your country someday.
That would be great. It's like very one-off opportunities we get to have chat with the musicians, because India is not a market for any any metal band in general, for when we talk about album sales and stuff. But still, there are people like Dustin who gives us opportunities, and for it's more like a proud moment to have a chat with Amanda Somerville here.
Well, thank you. I'm very honored to be of your program, and I do really find your country fascinating, and I hope to visit sometime.
Have a wonderful day ahead, and hopefully I get to meet you very soon.
Great. Well, thank you for a very nice interview, Owais, and much success to you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.